Hello and welcome. If you're new here, and you probably are, my name's Trudy and I watch and rewatch things on this channel. This is the beginning of my Star Trek, I think people call it. I saw that on Reddit. I'm watching Deep Space Nine for the first time as a complete newbie other than the Chris Pine Star Trek movies. I also watched 2 episodes of Star Trek The Next Generation. A viewer recommended that I watch The Best of Both Worlds Part 1 and Part 2. They are up on Patreon as a little bonus episode. Other than that, I really have zero clue what to expect. I've never seen any Star Trek show ever. I understand that a lot of people recommend starting with The Next Generation. However, the reason that I'm doing this Deep Space Nine is that I spoke to somebody that I really trust and knows my tastes very well, and they're also the biggest Star Trek fan that I've met in my life. And they kind of told me, Trudy, you like space operas, you like a certain type of 90s TV. I think your best chance of falling in love with Star Trek is watching Deep Space Nine. So while I might not be taking the most optimal approach, I've been convinced that this is the most likely way for me to fall in love with a franchise. The Next Generation has lots of useful context for Deep Space Nine, which I totally respect. I'm open to switching to The Next Generation if enough people insist that I should. I'm a sci-fi fan and I also enjoy 90s TV, so the 4:3 aspect ratio, the iffy quality maybe in the first season that I've heard about, that is not a turn off to me. We're starting with The Emissary. I don't know what it's about, I don't know who's in it, I don't know what a Deep Space Nine is. Let's go. See, yes, I saw the Borg stuff. Surgically altered, he was forced to lead an assault on Starfleet at Wolf 359.
If you attempt to intervene, we will destroy you.
Yep, big Borg cube thing. This was the fleet or whatever that was attacked.
Shields have failed!
Warning, damage to warp core.
Is the warp core the thing that allows them to travel fast? Like hyperspeed type thing?
Have you seen Jennifer?
So this is the captain, I imagine? The captain of this fleet, this ship?
Failure in 3 minutes.
3 minutes is not a long time to get off a ship.
Okay, Jake. We'll get your mom out and we'll get out of here. Help me!
Why do I literally already feel tears in my eyes? There's something deeply wrong with me as I approach 30, because why I know nothing about these characters. Why are my eyes watering?
Just help me to get her free. She's gone. There's nothing we can do. We have to leave.
Ugh, that's horrible.
We've got to go now,
Oh,
sir.
she's so beautiful too.
Damn it. We just can't leave her here. Oh! Oh!
Ugh, what a way to start.
Jake. Jake, you're...
Jake. Okay, so Jake's his son.
Stand by to launch.
Damn. It must take so much strength to do that. Like, I would want to just stay with her, but then if you have kids, you need to get yourself out of the situation for them, you know?
Bridge to Cisco. Yes.
I thought that was my phone going there. The brrr. I need one of these shirts so bad. I want one of the blue ones.
What do you say? We'll take the pawn with us.
He's a good dad. Sometimes I can tell when I'm gonna like a character, and it takes such a short amount of time. Like, I just know what I like in characters. And immediately, I really like this guy. He seems confident and competent, but also sensitive in the right ways. There's the ship. Cool. Avery Brooks is Commander Sisko. I'm trying to memorize all the names. I'm not going to do this every time. Lieutenant Dax. Quark. I love that name. Nana Visitor as Major Kira. Yeah, 1 hour 30 minutes. Okay.
Deep Space Nine.
Emissary.
At the request of...
Practic Stewart.
The Cardassians took every component of value.
The Cardassians.
Profits await you.
Another time, perhaps.
The makeup's really cool on his nose. Like, subtle, but really cool. Okay, don't trust him. Jake's dressed like Mario.
There is nothing to sleep on in there except for a cushion on the floor.
Well, we can get you a real bunk off the Enterprise. Captain Picard wants to see you as soon as possible.
Yeah, last time I saw him, he was all borged up.
We're gonna have to rough it until we get things up and running, Jake, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
From the best of both worlds, it seems like being on these ships are pretty dangerous. The Borg attack was on a fleet that had tons of like families and stuff on it, but is that unusual? Or do they all have families?
Cardassian architecture.
Yes, sir. Major Kira's been using it.
Let's meet Kira.
I guess it's time to meet Major Kira.
Yeah,
Sir, have you ever served with any Bajoran women?
No, why?
Majoran.
I was just wondering, sir.
Oh, do they have a reputation for something?
You are throwing it all away. All of you.
You're being a fool.
Well then, don't ask my opinion next time.
Oh, diva. I love her.
Yes.
I'm Benjamin Sisko.
I suppose you want the office.
Well, I thought I'd say hello first, and then take the office. But we could do it in any order you like.
Hello.
Is something bothering you, Major?
You don't want to ask me that, Commander, because I have the bad habit of telling the truth, even when people don't want to hear it.
Perhaps I want to hear it.
I don't believe the Federation has any business being here.
The provisional government disagrees with you.
The provisional government and I don't agree on a lot of things, which is probably why they sent me to this godforsaken place. I have been fighting for Bajoran independence since I was old enough to pick up a phaser.
The Federation is only here to help.
Help us. Yes, I know. Odo, are you reading something at A14?
My security array has been down for 2
Odo.
hours. I'll meet you there.
Okay, that's Odo.
No need for you to come along, Commander.
He's not threatened by like her demeanor, very like confident and understanding to me, and I think those are great qualities in a leader. Someone that isn't unsettled by the emotions and passion of other people. Someone who kind of understands that but is still solid enough to be the leader and make the hard choices and put things in their place at the right times and in the right way.
That's enough.
There's no CGI just to do everything, right? So you have to do all this in proper makeup and prosthetics. That's a good thing for me. I like it.
I don't allow weapons on the promenade. That includes phasers.
My name is Quark.
Quark.
I used to run the local gambling establishment. He's my brother's boy.
Okay, not what I pictured when I heard Quark. But appearances can be deceiving.
Sir, the Enterprise hailed us again. Captain Picard is waiting to see you.
It's been a long time, Captain. We met before.
Patrick Stewart has looked the same age forever, and everything I see him in, he looks the same age.
359.
Oh. It wasn't his fault.
They left the Bajorans without a means of being self-sustaining.
This is very political. It's reminding me of, like, occupations during wars. He's holding some anger against him. Even if logically you knew it wasn't this person's fault, you're still looking at somebody who was a part of what happened to you, and sometimes your emotional brain takes over.
I have a son that I'm raising alone, Captain. This is not the ideal environment.
And perhaps Starfleet Command should be considering a replacement for you.
In the meantime, I will do the job I've been ordered to do to the best of my ability, sir.
Oh. There was venom in that. Picard had no control over his faculties, though. I remember in the episode, there was even a moment where there was like a tear that rolled down his cheek.
We need a community leader, and it's going to be you, Quark.
Quark is like a character you would meet in Mass Effect.
And when governments fall, people like me are lined up and shot.
There is that risk, but then you are a gambler, Quark.
And
Yeah.
a thief.
It's up to you.
Now it's up to you. Kira, let's go.
Everyone else is busy repairing the primary systems. I suppose Starfleet officers aren't used to getting their hands dirty.
She really doesn't like them.
In the refugee camps, we learned to do whatever needed to be done. Didn't matter who you were.
I was just talking with our good neighbor, Quark. He's laying odds that the government's going to fall.
Quark knows a good bet when he hears one. This government will be gone in a week, and so will you.
What happens to Bajor then?
Civil war.
Jeez.
The only one who can prevent it is Opaka. If she would call for unity, they'd listen.
No? Cool. If you're on a ship all the time, it must feel nice to hear birds and stuff and see water.
Have you ever explored your Pa, Commander? A Bajoran draws courage from his spiritual life. Our life force, our Pa, is replenished by the prophets.
I feel like I recognize this actress.
One who does not wish to be among us is to be the emissary.
Clocked. That's like the Resident Evil 2 staircase when you go under the police station.
I cannot give you what you deny yourself. Look for solutions from within, Commander.
What is it?
The tear of the prophet.
They must have had a decent budget for this because it all looks pretty legit, like the costume design and everything.
What the hell?
Oh.
Hey!
Oh, is this his wife?
Jen?
I'm sorry. Did we meet last night at George's party?
Back in time or something?
I know this place. This is Gilgo Beach, where we met. I was carrying 3 lemonades. The sand was burning my feet. Ow!
What?
Do you realize how incredible this is?
Choices were made there. That was wild. What was the direction for that? I feel like I just had an aneurysm.
I'm afraid I don't accept drinks from strange men on the beach.
Neither she should. You shouldn't do that. Man, they got him in some tight shorts.
Have we really met before?
Again, though, he's confident. He's rocking it.
No.
Deep V-neck, super tight shorts. Looks good on him because he's just like, yeah, so what?
Are you gonna tell me your name?
Ben Sisko. I just graduated from Starfleet Academy.
My mother warned me to watch out for junior officers.
Your mother is going to adore me.
You're awfully sure of yourself. Do you use this routine a lot with women?
Never before, and never again.
Oh, that's so romantic.
I will make for you his famous aubergine stew.
I don't know.
You're supposed to say yes.
Down on his knees, day one. Well, not day one for him, but for her. What a man. Oh, yeah. That's gonna hurt so bad, like just getting a taste of his old life. That must hurt. You'd almost be like, I wish you hadn't showed me that. Because then I just miss her.
Have appeared in the skies over the past 10,000 years. The Cardassians took the others. You must find the Celestial Temple before they do. Tradition says the orbs were sent by the prophets to teach us. What we have learned has shaped our theology.
I just keep thinking about the Kardashians. I'm sorry.
Not for Bajor, not for the Federation, but for your own Pa. It is quite simply, Commander, the journey you have always been destined to take.
He doesn't seem resistant to like the idea of spirituality. I don't know if this is a religious character or not. I don't really know how big of a part religion plays in the Star Trek universe. I imagine quite a lot. If you're dealing with all these different civilizations and worlds, I imagine there's many different religions. Because this is like Diversity, the series, really, when you think about it.
Kira to Cisco. There's something on the promenade you might want to see.
On my way.
I don't want to speak out of turn, but I imagine it was quite refreshing to have a really well represented black father on TV. Because I know, unfortunately, there was a lot of typically negative portrayals. And again, I don't want to speak out of turn. I'm trying to be like careful and sensitive with my words because I'm not speaking from a place of experience. However, I imagine that having this really great father would have been maybe quite important.
Our medical and science officers are arriving, and I'm looking forward to a reunion with a very old friend.
Who's the old friend?
You and Dr. Bashir go ahead. I'm afraid I have to put Lieutenant Dax to work right away.
Jadzia.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Maybe we could get together later for dinner.
He thinks so.
He finds it fascinating. He's never met a joined species before.
I wonder if he'd been as fascinated if you still looked the way you did the last time I saw you. This is going to take some getting used to.
A shapeshifter?
Don't be ridiculous. I'm still the same old Dax. More or less.
a shapeshifter or like reincarnation type thing. I imagine people are shouting at me saying, well, you would know this stuff if you watched TNG. I know, I'm sorry.
One of the most remote outposts available. This is where the adventure is. This is where heroes are made.
Yeah, deep space, right?
This wilderness is my home.
Mm.
Cardassians left behind a lot of injured people. Doctor, you can make yourself useful by bringing your Federation medicine to the natives. Oh, you'll find them a friendly, simple folk.
Oh. This is very political. Again, episode 1. We've got some capital T themes here. I like that.
As soon as possible, Dex.
Oh my god, she's gorge.
Or probably in some Cardassian laboratory being turned upside down.
I'm sure I'm the first person to say it. No one's commented on it before.
I've been worried about you.
It's good to see you too, old man.
Yeah. So she didn't always look that way.
Create a database for all historical references to the orbs, including all reports of any unexplained phenomena in Bajoran space.
I want the blue one. The blue shirt. So like, what exactly is this thing? Maybe they explained it and I missed it.
Curzon.
What? What is that? So she was already a person. Is she being replaced or are they now both in there? I need some lore. I'm gonna research the lore. Okay, this is an old, like, basically an old guy in there. Wouldn't be enough for me to say no. Sorry, that was so uncalled for. It's gross. Really nice music.
Mr. O'Brien.
Yeah, because he moved over. He was on the Enterprise, no? I think he was.
Energize.
Looks sad.
Message coming in from their commander, Gul Dukat.
Used to be the Cardassian prefect of Bajor.
He's requesting permission to come aboard. Surely a coincidence that the Enterprise just left.
Tell Gul Dukat I look forward to meeting him.
Good day, Commander.
It must have been so uncomfortable for the actors in these. I don't even like wearing foundation. I'm like, get it off me.
This was my office only 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
I'm not used to being on this side of the desk.
Drop by anytime you're feeling homesick.
You're very gracious.
Oh, spicy? That guy's armor looks legit. I don't know if he's a warrior or something. The costume design is kind of communicating they might not be the easiest of foes.
At least 5 of the orbs were found in the Denorius belt. There were also 23 navigational reports over the years of unusually severe neutrino disturbances in the same area.
She's smart. Or he, or they. I have no idea what's going on there. Well, use she.
May we have your attention, please? This establishment is being closed.
What do you mean? You can't do this. If you have a problem, sir, you'll have to take it up with Commander Sisko.
I like his energy. The way he was immediately just up in Quark's face. He seemed so calm and like a chill demeanor, but then he's right in there. These are really immediately likable characters. I'm super pleased. Characters are the most important thing to me. I can watch just about anything, any genre, any universe, any setting, any decade, if I like the characters enough. What? Okay. Water or something? Make himself liquid? Sneaking around though, why is he doing that? I love that I ask you guys questions as if you're going to be able to answer them in real time. I mean, people will like to explain things to me in the comments, and by the way, that's fine. I'm the type of person that I really like it when fans of the things that I'm watching engage with me, or, you know, answer things. As long as it doesn't have spoilers, I'm super happy to have people give me their opinion, or tell me when I've picked up something wrong.
Beginning launch sequence.
Damn it, what's the problem?
Okay, I totally picked up him wrong. I was saying he's chill and super calm and everything. I don't think that's quite right.
Could this be how the orbs found their way into the Bajoran system? Dax, we might have just discovered the first stable wormhole known to exist.
Dope. Oh. Imagine just flying through it and hoping for the best. What?
Picking up atmosphere.
Inside a wormhole?
Capable of supporting life.
What?
We've just landed.
On what?
Inside it, not on the other side, but inside the wormhole. Even in theoretical physics, is that a thing that would be theorized? Pretty.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You have a strange eye for beauty, Dax.
You don't think this is one of the most idyllic settings you've ever seen?
So
we are standing on a rock face. See the storm.
This is the orb thing. Okay. It's a bit nefarious that something's kind of playing with their senses.
It's probing us.
Someone's idea of shaking hands, maybe. I am Commander Benjamin Sisko.
Hmm? Yeah. It doesn't feel like the most trustworthy situation. Oh shit. It's come out, but they haven't.
Major, there's something inside it. Some kind of life form.
Okay.
Who are you?
It is responding to visual and auditory stimuli.
It will take time for us to understand one another.
What is this?
Time. Oh shit.
The Bajorans have to stake a claim to it. And I have to admit that claim would be a lot stronger if there's a Federation presence to back it up.
The female characters are great. Written well. I mean, I'm talking about the 90s like it was the 1950s. 90s TV can be a hit and miss for female characters, I will say.
Time to be a hero.
Yes, sir.
That's dope that you said yes, sir. That happens in an episode of Xena too. A guy's like, yes, sir.
I was found in the Denorius Belt. I don't know where I came from.
Oh, okay.
No idea if there are any others like me. All my life I've been forced to pass myself off as one of you. Always wondering who I really am.
Okay. Okay. So he wasn't being sneaky earlier, he was just curious and had like stake in figuring it out.
It is malevolent.
Aggressive.
This is so cool the way they've done this. Really cool editing.
Destroy it now.
It.
My species respects life above all else.
I wish that were true in real life.
Human is ultimately the sum of his experiences.
Experiences. What comes before now is no different than what is now.
It's like Arrival. Do they experience time as like just kind of flat?
Then for you, there is no linear time.
Yeah, non-linear.
What is this?
My species lives in...
Cool. It is like Arrival.
The Cardassian warship is in visual range.
Oh my goodness. Face card, no cash, no credit.
And they're headed right to it.
Both of them.
Listen to reason, haven't they?
Doctor, most people in my experience wouldn't know reason if it walked up and shook their hand. You can count Gul Dukat among them.
Gul Dukat, we know you're headed for the wormhole.
Most of them are kind of snarky. Kira, Quark, and Odo. I like their humor. He needs to not get lost in this though.
We can't go back to the past to get something we left behind, so it's lost.
Yeah, he'd know that more than most people.
Each day affects the next.
Yeah, that's true. I like this mix of like the politics and the philosophy stuff.
So you like children?
That almost sounds like a domestic inquiry. Starfleet officers don't often find mates who want to raise families on a starship.
That almost sounds like a domestic inquiry.
I think it was.
The Riz, though. I like him so much. And his wife seemed like such a good match for him. I understand why I was told to watch Best of Both Worlds, for the context.
Pleasure.
Oh.
What is this?
Don't kiss the whatever it is. This isn't your wife, bro.
This is your existence.
Okay. I was getting concerned.
More difficult than any other memory.
Yeah, but both are good experiences and our bad ones shape us. We've seen a lot of idyllic stuff, but this is a big part of who he is now as well. Sadness and anger and everything, they're important emotions, even if it's not nice to experience them.
You exist here.
Yeah, this is formative. It just closed? Question mark.
Your linear nature is inherently destructive. You have no regard for the consequences of your acts.
We use past experience to help guide us. For Jennifer and me, all the experiences in our lives prepared us for the day we met on the beach. When we married, we accepted all the consequences of that act, including the consequences of you.
Yeah, you have learned fear and learned consequences. This is pretty like cerebral and abstract.
Competition! For fun!
I didn't necessarily expect that.
Baseball? What is this?
Asks, what is this, after everything he says. I actually need this explained because I don't know the rules of baseball. Very American baseball.
With each new consequence, the game begins to take shape.
And you have no idea what that shape is until it is completed.
That's right. In fact, the game wouldn't be worth playing if we knew what was going to happen.
You value your ignorance of what is to come?
That may be the most important thing to understand about humans. It is the unknown that defines our existence.
Why do I keep tearing up? Why? I might have a bad week ahead of me, if you know what I mean. This isn't normal.
If all you say is true, why do you exist here?
I just found that, quite moving.
A few minutes ago, 3 Cardassian warships crossed the border.
3 ships for 3 sisters. With their access to the latest medical science, they might yet outlive us all. They might be like Cassandra from Doctor Who.
Our sensors show no indication of a wormhole in this sector.
Screw your sensors.
That's because it just collapsed.
We believe it was artificially created. That may be why our sensors never picked up any of the usual quantum fluctuation patterns.
Happens in Interstellar.
They're flooding
This chick, Kira, she's not necessarily maybe the one you want to have doing the conversations with people.
What shields?
No offense to Kira.
The unconditional surrender of this space station, or we will open fire.
I need at least a day to make the necessary preparations.
Yeah, just buy some time.
You have 1 hour.
Not ideal. It's fine though, Ben will figure stuff out and he'll come back and save everything.
What is the point of bringing me back again to this?
We do not bring you here.
You bring us here.
Yeah, these are your memories. Yeah, you're still emotionally stuck here. Understandably. Man, if I had this amazing wife and this happened,
What is this?
Bro, I would not be nice to be around.
I never left this ship.
You exist here.
It's like an Inside Out when they have all those little balls with the memories and they make up who you are, and part of you is like, you don't want any of the sad ones in there.
Every time I close my eyes,
Of course this shapes you. This is a core memory, a core experience.
I see her like this.
None of your past experiences help prepare you for this consequence.
And I have never figured out how to live without her.
So you choose to exist here. It is not linear.
Yeah, that's right. When you remember something, you remember the feelings and you feel them in the present. So in a way, it's kind of not. That's really interesting.
Your space station could not defend itself against 1 Cardassian warship.
And if you were dealing with a Starfleet officer, they'd probably admit we have a hopeless cause here. But I am just a Bajoran who's been fighting a hopeless cause against the Cardassians all her life. So if you want a war, I'll give you one.
Yeah. I like that acting, that delivery.
To get into a game of Roulade and Wild Draw with you.
Yeah. She's cool. Someone like that, when they're not on your side, they're so annoying. But when you have them in your corner, you're just, it's like, yeah.
I'm going to have to shut down the primary power flow or the whole promenade will go up. I just got the damn thing fixed.
So he's like an engineer type thing. Got engineers, doctors, captains.
Signal the lead Cardassian ship that we will proceed with... Major, I'm picking up a huge neutrino disturbance 15 kilometers off the forward docking ring. It's the wormhole.
On screen. What did I tell you, Jasad? There's your wormhole!
I told you so.
Grant to DS9.
On screen. Go ahead, Commander.
Sorry to be late, Major.
He's so casual. Hey, I'm back from the wormhole. I dig it. This is our crew.
Jake!
Regarding our conversation...
Okay, captains and commanders, yeah.
Sorry I haven't had time yet to communicate that to command. I would prefer you ignore it, sir.
There we go.
Good luck, Mr. Sisko.
You can't cheat every customer who walks through the door anymore, Quark.
Perhaps we could discuss these new rules over a drink.
If you don't take that hand off my hip, you'll never be able to raise a glass with it again.
I would have decked him, personally, but okay, 90s. Alright. Honestly, I wasn't expecting a lot. I've kind of had people infer that season 1 isn't great. I actually really enjoyed that. I didn't expect it to be that good. So if this is the lower point of the series and it gets better from here, then I think I'm in for a really good time. I'm already excited to watch the next episode. I'm gonna wait just so that I'm not like binging it and ruining it for myself. I really like the characters. The characters that are appealing to me the most right off the bat are Ben and Kira. I just really like Kira. The mix of politics and philosophy, like I said, I don't know if that is a recurring thing or not. I hope it is, but I really enjoyed that. I thought the effects and the makeup and stuff looked really good. And I was also surprised at the fact that it got some emotion out of me. Typically, I'm not someone who's going to get emotional with characters that I've just met and things like that. I almost cried 3 times during that. So yeah, I don't know. I've been a bit like this recently. I've been weirdly crying at things easily. I believe this has 7 seasons, and I really like shows that have a lot of episodes that have long seasons. I want to really grow and develop with characters. I want to get to know a universe and just feel fully immersed in it. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you are here for the next one. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.